Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. I have another page from my December documented album for 2024, and this one is detailing the blow up Santa that we got this year for our front porch. Since our grandson Cody loved the blow up ghost that we had and was able to say boo, we thought it would be fun to also get a Santa for the Christmas season. So he also loved Santa, and he did learn to say Santa really loud when he was outside. And every time he came home, he loved to see it. So we always tried to make sure that we had it blown up when he was going to be pulling into the driveway. And so this is the backside of one of the pre-printed pages that came in the Simple Stories album. And as you can see that originally, I don't know if I show you here at some point, but I originally started with just this picture frame and the Santa bingo card, and I felt like I needed something else to kind of help ground those two things. And so I found this chipboard piece that is from Simple Stories, but it had this giant Santa on it that was more of a vintage look. So really, I just wanted it for the doily to give a little bit extra texture behind the picture and this cluster. So as you can see that there was a little piece that stuck off, and so earlier in the video I did cut that off. And so here I am finding ways to make sure that I cover up almost everything on the doily that can't be camouflaged with something. So like the little piece, the three different places that those are the places where I'm going to put my clusters from other things that I have pulled out from my stash here. So I have a mixture here of different embellishments. This poinsettia here is from 49 to Market. Actually, all of those are the little laser cuts here. So I found several different pieces that I'm going to use to cover up some of those. So even the doily I have upside down. So there I'm trying to cover up the upside down Santa head, and which gets covered up there. And really anything that is showing at this point now just looks like it's a background layer behind all the laser pieces that I'm adding here. So there I'm going to add another laser piece and just adding some foam dots to give some different depth and textures on each of these layers here. Excuse me. And let's see, just getting those stuck down with my liquid glue once I kind of have them in place about where I want them to be, to make sure that I'm covering up all those layers underneath that I don't want to show. And the bell here, I don't know why I'm going so slow, that I thought I had this video sped up a little bit, but again, I am at a retreat working on my December project, and so if you can tell that the lighting's a little off, it's not perfect. I'm in a ginormous ballroom with about 140 other ladies that are cropping with me, and while you keep seeing me reaching for that cup of coffee, which surprise, it wasn't actually a cup of coffee. I had actually poured a can of beer in there one evening just to make sure that it had a covered lid so I would not spill over everything. And so here is where I decided that I felt like some of the areas, like it was still missing something. So I did pull out or started cutting off these snowflakes off of this year's 49 and Market Christmas rub-ons, and I start adding them kind of in a diagonal pattern from the top, well, from the bottom right to the top left. Right now I'm working on the bottom right, and I cut off just several various pieces, and it just adds a subtle detail behind the this doily piece here, and just makes it feel less blank, I guess you could say. And so here, just remember that you don't have to use them as is, that I would cut off little bits and pieces just to make sure I had all the little sections filled that I wanted. I think at one point I do cut some in half so that they are actually going off of the page as well. And cheers, there I am taking another sip, probably talking to my table mates, and just having a fun old time there at the crop. So just finishing up getting these rub-ons on here, and this year's I love, you'll see more of those rub-ons coming up here on some of my pages, that those bursts, I thought those were gorgeous, and that was the main piece that caught my eye on this particular set of rub-ons. So they are great layering pieces to add some texture without actually adding a lot of bulk. So if you haven't tried rub-ons, give them a try. That I think you'll like them. The 49 and Market ones always tend to work really well, and I actually have several that are several years old and still work just as great as they did the first day that I purchased them. So I do like that in rub-ons, that I have some super old ones that as I pull them out, that they no longer stick anymore, and so I have to throw them out. But these so far have stood the test of time. So one final snowflake that I have cut off, and here's where I contemplated putting the snowflakes on the entire background, but decided to continue with the diagonal that kind of goes along with the pre-printed piece down in the lower left. So since this background, or the chipboard piece, is chipboard, and it's also, it was warped a little bit, so I did decide to use some of this score tape, tear tape, along with liquid glue, just to make sure that it would stay in the test of time, since this is going to be a page that will not have a page protector. So I just wanted to make sure that it had a good stick, and will stay where I want it to. So this is pretty much the end of the video here, that you're going to see me add a few little bits and pieces down to that lower left corner of the pre-printed, just to add some dimension down there as well. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. Down in the details section, you will find my links to my Instagram, as well as links to all of my separate boards that I post my created projects to on Pinterest, if you're interested in checking any of those out. Otherwise, that pretty much wraps it up. So here is the close-up shot of the quick look at the back, as well as this page here. And thank you for stopping by. We will see you next time. Bye.